Hey everybody, it's Doug DeVitri, and this is the tool that's on the Trello board called Stream Deck. It's made by a company called Elgato, and there are different types of these Stream Decks that are available. And you can see that this is the device right here. This one has what, 15 buttons. And as you kind of go down, you can see that there's different options. Like if I just go to Stream Deck here, you can see this is the one that I have. This is the 32 button Stream Deck device XL. That's the one that I'm using. I think it costs us about 250 bucks. This one, Stream Deck, it's 15 buttons. It's a lot smaller. Here's a mini that has 6. And then also the mobile, you can actually download the mobile app and then use this as a device so you don't have to make the investment. My recommendation though is, like, if you are using this tool as your mobile broadcast, or not mobile broadcast, but your in-home studio, then definitely go with the 32. Why? Because you don't have to use all the buttons, but it's always better to have more buttons and not use them than have to make an additional investment later on. So what you have to do here is, if you click on downloads after you buy one of these, and Amazon, I think I've got the link on the Trello board for that for you to buy. You're going to want to download Stream Deck for Mac, right? Now there is the PC version for this, but for I think a few of us are using Mac, so I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So this is, I'm sorry I can't make this video here. Where'd it go? Lost it. I can't make this screen a little bit bigger because this is inside the window, but essentially this is Stream Deck, right? These are the buttons or the actions that are associated with this. And so when you look at these, you have what are called profiles, right? So I've created inside of this Stream Deck XL unit, there are different profiles, and I've created one based upon, the folks that I'm working with, the folks that are open to new ideas, a lot of testing stuff that went on. So this is the one I used for the NSA Influence Program for the National Speakers Association. And it's real simple, right? So if I click on this button, and you might be able to actually see this down in the bottom left-hand screen because I'm using the Ecamm as the virtual camera for inside of Loom. Now, if I went too fast, know that we have videos on that too, but if I press this video, this is the up close video, right? If I click on this button, this is the document scanner. So I can actually show you, if you're looking at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, there's all these, and all I have to do is click on each one of these, right? If I click this button, this takes me to another module that I have already created. And then if I wanted to get into screen share mode, right, I just click this button and then it opens up all the websites that are associated with it. So if I go back here to Stream Deck here, here's the pro tip, right? Here's the pro tip I think that a lot of folks don't know until they get into this, is that when you create these buttons, or when you create the action items for these buttons, you're going to want to create them as multi-action buttons. So see on the right hand side, these are the different actions of how you want stuff set up, and you'll notice that the two ones that I use the most are going to be Stream Deck actions, and I'm also going to use system actions. So inside of system actions, this is where I would open up a website, and then for inside of Stream Deck, the one that I use all for most of these is the multi-action button. So let me just open up a new profile, and I'll go here and edit this, and we'll call this I'll move this over here so you can see this a little bit better. You'll see this is profile number 1, and then I'll right click, rename this as, I don't know, we're gonna call this S2 S2S Boot Camp, right? So now that I have this created, this is the S2S Bootcamp. And so here's what I'm going to do, right? This is how I would encourage you to do this, is just drag over this multi-action button, right? So there's 1, there's 2, that's it. I click this up arrow to kind of go back. It's kind of like organized as a file folder system. So now that I have these buttons, also something to think about is when you have this, like, down here, it has these little squares that are rotated. There's 3 of them here. Like if you right click on this and then you click create a new icon, you can actually create the images that show up on your button. So instead of, or in addition to just having text, right, you can add your logo, or you can choose one of these that have already been put here. And so once you have this, you click save key, and then this will download into your file. So I click on open up this file in a little preview window. You can see that this is the image, right? That I then go and I go to Stream Deck and I just add in this image. So I'll set from file, and this should be in my downloads. That's the name of the image, and I might want to rename these for later on. But if I go back there's the image, right? So now that I have this in here, I'm going to want to add in actions, right? So it says drag an action from the right and then drop it in here. So here's why I would add in a website, right? So if I want to open up 4 websites all at the same time, each taking me to different tabs inside of the browser, you have that option too, right? Well, one of the things that also you're going to want to add in are these different scenes. So when people ask me, like, Doug, how do you keep going back and forth between these different scenes? Here it is. I'll actually put this up front, and then it'll ask me what scene do I want to add in. So if I already have one that's created, I might want to match it up, like the popular ones that I have or website demo, especially. I'll just do that right now. So then that way, when I press this button, it's going to run the website demo where I'm kind of minimized off in the corner and shows the majority of the screen. And then it's also going to add in those websites. So bam, 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 bam. Like if you were going to do those tasks individually, right? It would take you a while. And if you're in a Zoom meeting, it'd take you forever to be able to pull that. People, like, what am I going to do now? Now that this presenter is taking all this time to be able to pull stuff up, you're going to be lightning fast when it comes to this. You're going to blow people away with the possibilities. So one last tip that I'll kind of like give you here inside of Stream Deck, and you're going to want to play around with it. Again, you're going to be using the Stream Deck to the settings here. Like go back, and then I click on this multi-action. You're going to want to use the actions in system. So website is usually the one to use, or if you want to open up a program, here's another one. If I want to, let's say I want to press one button, open up Zoom, where I don't have to click, find the mouse and find the button. You can have that set up way. So I encourage you to play around with it. And then what'll end up happening is once you start to get comfortable with this, or if you want to save some time, see where it says, okay, so here are the different profiles. If you wanted to add a new profile here, let's see if this works right. How do I do this here? There's a way on here where you can actually import the profile. So if I've created this profile for you, you can import it right into Stream Deck. And so like if you have other people who want to use your visuals and camera settings and everything else, this is where you would set that up inside of Stream Deck. Gang, I hope this has been helpful for you. Make sure you ask questions in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.